I'm sure you've had an experience in your life where you've had an idea for something and you've not acted on it, and eventually someone else does it. And it's not because they're doing it because you had the idea and they stole your idea. It's because the time has come for that idea. And if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it.
It's being broadcast by whatever the source is.
Whatever the source is.
Rick Rubin is one of the greatest music producers of all time, having worked with legends like Beastie Boys, Eminem, Metallica, Kanye West, Red Hot Chili Peppers. But Rick Rubin isn't just a producer. He is a musical philosopher. He is the epitome of being yourself and doing what you truly want. So, what makes him have that mindset?
The only advice I would have would be to not listen to anyone and to do what you love and to make things that you love, whatever it is. Make your favorite things. Be the audience. Make the thing for you the audience. And it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. And if you have to get a job to support yourself so that you can make your art, that's fine. You can't make art for someone else. You can't make art with someone else in mind. I don't believe it can be good. Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. And that's true with everything. It's like, there's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done it yet. We don't know if you can do it or not until you really practice. And then you find out if you can do it or not, or how well you can do it.
Yeah.
If it could have been better, I would keep working on it. It's like, if it could be better, it's not done. Well, it's the best it can be. I've done everything I can to make it the best it can be. And I can't do more than that. So there's nothing to be critical of. I did my if you always give all of yourself and do your best, which you're capable of doing, I'm not suggesting that you're capable of doing more than you can do. But whatever it is that you can do, if you've given all of yourself to it, you've done your best, where could there be regret?
The biggest enemy of creativity isn't lack of ideas. It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment. Rick Rubin believed that great art isn't made by thinking about how people will receive it. It's made by people who create because they have to, because it's who they are. If you give everything you have, there's no room for regret, only growth. So ask yourself, are you creating or are you just thinking about creating?
And it's not going to happen without doing the work. So I would suggest that you write and record as much as you can all of the time. And instead of thinking of it as, think of it as a hobby. Just think my hobby is I'm going to write and record songs. And then there'll come a time through that process where you'll look back and go, I think this batch is ready to share with people. A lot of the job also is the expectation. It's like setting up an expectation. So the idea of shifting that, reframing the experience to not just, well, let's just do an album, but let's do whatever it takes for it to be the best album you've ever made. What would that sound like? How would that work? How much work would go into it? Are you willing to commit to that?
Yeah. At the end of the day, overthinking holds us back, while taking action moves us forward. The best works come from a place of flow, not fear. So next time you catch yourself overanalyzing, take a step back. Trust your instinct and create for yourself, because in the end, the only approval that matters is your own. And just start. If you don't, someone else will, because ideas don't wait, so neither should you.
From the beginning, I never thought any of the things that I'm doing were possible or realistic. And I just did things out of the love of them, thinking I would have real jobs. And, like the thing that my passion would be my hobby, and I'd have a job to support my hobby.
Yeah.
And it just magically turned out different than that without me knowing it was possible.